paper. They call me Big Dog riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Brissett now. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Chargers 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. But certainly not how they envisioned the start to this when you give up the touchdown and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs. On second and very short, Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it's Harris. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Nazeeh Johnson. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. To throw, Brissett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Brissett. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Damian Wilson in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield and turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brissett. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Okay, ready? 66. Forward, ready.
Harris running straight ahead. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Here's Brissett. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
61. That's much. Right. Move, fellas. Let's go.
Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to Komet. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
second down and 3.
At the 11-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 4th down.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown! Equanimous St. Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here. Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is. Taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now it's the backup Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Gain of 16 yards. 1st down, New York.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs, 49 yards. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Right back to him on 1st down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Cousins now from the 50. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Fourth down, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now a give, running left is Harris. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On 1st down, Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good pickup there, 22. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Cousins. Well, had got his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. An option handoff given to Harris. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down,
The left side caught by Diggs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Jets, 1st down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 73 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cousins on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one at the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.